animators. This is a quick look at version 1.2 for polishPath. This is the first update to it. Some nice features. The first one is just when you're editing the spacing, you can switch to X-ray mode automatically. So when you equalize the spacing or ease out and in, you'll notice it switches. Or you can go to wireframe. And it just makes it a little bit easier to see the points that are inside the meshes there. The second update is kind of a bigger one. It's kind of a really cool one, actually. It's this was a customer request. It's the ability to update the path. If I select this path, I can actually edit it. If I go into Control Vertex, I can select some. I can hit B, soft select, and start moving these around. If I then start using these shape tools, smoothing or spacing, it'll jump back to the original path because it does a stored path that it's looking at for how it blends. But if I hit this update, this now becomes the new source. So now you'll notice the sliders and all that reset. In fact, if I use the smooth path and hit that again, that becomes now my new path. So it's just a really handy way of just making broad changes. You can even edit the path shape a little bit and get it to kind of where you're sort of happy with it. And then just update and then smooth a little bit and update again. And now you've got a new shape for the path. The next feature is related to that. It gives you even more ability to shape the path. It's the rig. Basically, you hit the rig button and it creates a control in the middle of the path that allows you to move and shape it. You can rotate this, you can scale it, and basically to kind of, again, like when I was just modeling it there a second ago, to apply that, you just hit update, and it bakes that into the path and it cleans out the rig again, and you're now back to this being your source. So that's a really powerful tool when you want to just push your arcs, or the smoothing process will tend to shrink the curve a little bit. So if you're kind of like, okay, I like that shape, but it's looking on a little bit soft now, you can hit update, you can hit rig, and then you can push your arc again and hit update again. So these two, rig and update, you kind of might use those quite a bit together to adjust. Third thing, I'm going to just change the animation a little bit on this guy. Just the ease out and in slider always tries to keep the middle point. You see this point here. It tries to keep that in place so that you don't lose the arc on the main breakdown between the two keys. But sometimes for more cartoony styles, you might want to actually have that disappear. You might want the spacing to be so favored over here and over here that there's just a gap in the middle. Some cartoon animators call it pushing the gap. So basically, this is the option here called implied arc. And it kind of says it cartoonifies the ease out and in slider. So now you'll see if I do that. Now that center is no longer held, if you like. And you can bias it down using the ease in and out slider a little bit, to which kind of side it favors a little bit. It will depend on how many keys you have. If you've got an uneven number or even number, you get slightly different results. But this just allows you to really push the spacing. So you would have like slow, 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 really fast, and then ease in again. So it just allows you to push it a little bit more. And then the next feature is just a small little one, but it's I'll create a path again. The ease in and out slider has a center notch now. When you're kind of right in the middle there, it should be fairly easy to snap to the original points again. Before, that was kind of tricky. You'd be kind of trying to find where is that middle point. And then the last couple of things to mention are just a couple of small things that are kind of hidden but useful. One of them is that there's been some performance improvements to the easing processes, so that it should be a little bit faster. And the last one is that the tool is now Python 2 compatible. I had a customer who was using it in Maya 2022, and they were using the old version of Python. They're forcing Maya to load in Python 2 mode. This wasn't working because this was written for Python 3, but I updated it. It didn't take that much changing just to make it compatible now with both Python 2 and 3. So it should be hopefully compatible with quite a few earlier versions of Maya now. So that's all the updates for now. I thank you to all the customers who've bought this tool. It's your support that has allowed me to update it and improve it. And so cheers, happy animating.